You and me, sitting in the back of my memory, like a honeybee, buzzing around a glass of sweet Chablis. The radio's on, the windows rolled up, and my mind's rolled down. Headlights shining like a silver moon rolling on the ground. We made love in every way love can be made. And we made time look like time could never fade. Friday night, we both made the guitar hum. Saturday made Sunday feel like it would never come. It's gonna be a long Monday, sitting all alone on a mountain by a river that has no end. It's gonna be a long Monday, stuck like the tick of a clock that's come unwound again. Soul to soul, heart to heart, and cheek to cheek. Come on, baby, give me a kiss that'll last all week. The thought of you leaving again brings me down. The promise of your sweet love brings me around. It's gonna be a long Monday, sitting all alone on a mountain by a river that has no end. It's gonna be a long Monday, stuck like the tick of a clock that's come unwound again and again. I remember when a nickel plus a dime bought an afternoon of dreams. Every Saturday you'd find me at the movies, watching Roy upon the screen, going up against those outlaws, the worst I'd ever seen, with guns a-blazing. He'd ride those bandits down, go flying off the trigger, and then pull them to the ground. And with his bare hands he'd lay those outlaws flat, knock 'em down into the dust and never lose his hat. Oh, the good guys wore white hats, those bad guys with mustaches always wore black. And you knew that they'd be cut off at the pass. These days it ain't quite as simple as that. Sometimes I wonder if Roy ever had a home. He'd go where he was needed, and he usually rode alone. No one was braver or truer in the world. He always got the bad guy, and he always got the girl. And there was even time to sing a song as he broke it to her gently that he had to move along. Then on trigger he'd ride off into the moon, with a guitar softly strumming, singing some old cowboy tune.
See them tumbling down, letting their love to the ground. Lonely but free I'll be found, drifting along with a tumbling tumbleweed. Cares of the past are behind, no along with a tumble and tumbleweed. Drifting along with a tumble and tumbleweed.
Sometimes I wonder how the world has changed today. There's far too many shadows and too many shades of gray. Now a bad guy might be wearing something white. The good guys grow a mustache and wear hats as black as night. And it ain't easy to tell where someone's at. Nowadays you don't know who to cut off at the pass. How I wish that those good old days were back, when the good guys wore the white hats and the bad guys wore the black. Oh, the good guys wore white hats. Those bad guys with mustaches always wore black. And you knew that they'd be cut off at the pass. But these days it ain't quite as simple as that. These days it ain't quite as, these days it ain't quite as, these days it ain't quite as simple as that. Birds of a feather fly together, springtime and fall. Birds of a feather fly together, springtime and fall. It makes no difference with the wind and the weather. When they're traveling far, they fly together. Birds of a feather fly together, springtime and fall. Mama, my papa sitting on the front porch, waiting for me. Mama, my papa sitting on the front porch, waiting for me. Mama's in the swing, papa's in the rocking chair. It's been a long time since I've been there. Mama, my papa sitting on the front porch, waiting for me. Papa plays the fiddle, mama sings a lullaby, waiting for me. Papa plays the fiddle, mama sings a lullaby, waiting for me. Papa plays the fiddle, mama sings a lullaby. It makes a grown man want to break down and cry. Papa plays the fiddle, mama sings a lullaby, waiting for me. Brothers and sisters sitting on the front lawn, waiting for me. Brothers and sisters sitting on the front lawn, waiting for me. Brothers and sisters sitting on the front lawn, it's been a long time since I've been gone. Brothers and sisters sitting on the front lawn, waiting for me. Birds of a feather fly together, springtime and fall. Birds of a feather fly together, springtime and fall. It makes no difference with the wind and the weather. When they're traveling far, they fly together. Birds of a feather fly together, springtime and fall.
There they are, and there we are. Hey,
I guess we're all here.
we're all here. Welcome to the Fortnight of Doom.
Because we're not all there.
Season 5.
Six.
Five. No, 5.
You're
Season
right.
5. Yeah.
There's 5 right there.
Season 5, episode 2, with our good friends Hank and Claire. Welcome.
Thank you. Glad
Yeah.
to be here.
All right.
So we have both enjoyed your stuff for a long time. So it was. Thanks for coming on. And besides that, as I said in the email going out, you'll simply add more class than we can really capable of.
Oh, we're glad to do our little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Another subtitle.
Very little.
Another subtitle for this is class and trash. Anyway, I'd like to propose a toast.
Yes, indeed.
Here, an opening toast.
Yeah.
This being Love Month, and we're going to, I think, mostly concentrate on that general subject today.
Yep.
Here's a toast to love. May everybody who is watching and listening with us enjoy all the love they can handle, and maybe just a little extra to get through the hard times.
There you go. Yeah.
Wonderful. Amen.
Cool. All right.
All right. Well, speaking of that,
Yes.
you have a mandolin.
I do have a mandolin.
So we're going to be doing 2 and 2, as we say in our usual thing. We'll do two songs. We'll keep on doing that until we get tired of doing that, or we get to the end of the outline here that's facing me.
Yeah.
All right. Looks like he has a mandolin.
I have a mandolin. I
All
actually
right.
have, yeah. So, I should say this. Sorry. The love songs that we're doing basically are from what you might expect of us. Not really what you'd think, shall we?
Well, I don't know. This one is just really
Yeah, this is
sweet
nice.
and romantic.
This is nice, but the rest of them after
Okay,
this.
well. Oh, when the sun beats down and heats the tar up on the roof, and the pavement's so hot you wish your tired feet were fireproof. Under the boardwalk, down by the sea, yeah. On a blanket with my baby, that's where I'll be. Under the boardwalk, out of the sun, under the boardwalk, we'll be having some fun. Under the boardwalk, people walking above. Under the boardwalk, we'll be falling in love. Under the boardwalk, boardwalk. From the park you hear the happy sound of a carousel. You can almost taste the hot dogs, French fries they sell. Under the boardwalk, down by the sea, yeah. On a blanket with my baby, that's where I'll be. Under the boardwalk, out of the sun, under the boardwalk, we'll be having some fun. Under the boardwalk, people walking above. Under the boardwalk, we'll be falling in love. Under the boardwalk, boardwalk.
All right. Okay. I'm going to close this out while I'm thinking about it. Okay, so what's the other one we're going to do? I forget.
Pleasant and
Oh,
delightful.
that's right. I better turn
We
this.
have our one a cappella song for today.
Sound check.
Yes?
You're too loud vocally. He's not loud enough.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Okay,
Both
my
of us not loud enough?
no, just we're good. We're good.
We're good.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I'm just changing a little bit of sound because I was informed by my technician that there was a little bit to the balance was not quite there. So, and besides that, I'm sure our audience will be letting us know in good time if
Yep.
that's the case. Okay, hang on a
All
second.
right.
I forgot.
Oh,
to
that's
get
right.
my-
I got to get my phone out so that I can be looking. We have this back channel on text.
Right. Okay.
And
So,
Sally's in the other room, and she's paying lots of attention.
so
I
this
think.
is
Oh
one
my
of those
goodness, this is 8.
songs about. It's one of the songs about sailors going off and leaving, leaving one of those, leaving their love behind. I often suspect that there was more than one, more than one in a certain port. This particular one is called "Pleasant and Delightful," and let's see here. 'Twas pleasant and delightful one sweet summer morn to view the green fields all covered with corn.
Corn.
The blackbirds and thrushes. You weren't going to do that till later.
Oh, that's right.
The blackbirds and thrushes sang on every green spray, and the lark she sang melodious at the dawning of the day.
And the lark she sang melodious, and the lark she sang melodious, and the lark she sang melodious at the dawning of the day.
Now a sailor and his true love was walking one day. Said the sailor to his true love, I'm bound far away. Bound for the West Indies, where loud cannons do roar. I must go and leave you,
Everyone knew her as
Nancy, you're the girl that I adore. I must go and leave you, Nancy. I must go and leave you, Nancy. I must go and leave you, Nancy. You're the girl that I adore. Then the ring from her finger she instantly drew, saying, take this, dearest. Willie and my heart will go too. And as he embraced her, tears from her eyes fell. Too tight. Seeing, may I go along with you? No, oh, no, me love, farewell. Saying, may I go along with you? Saying, may I go along with you? Saying, may I go along with you? Oh, no, me love, farewell. So fare thee well, me dearest Nancy, I'm bound far away. The ship is a-waiting out there in the bay. The anchor is hoisted, she waits the next flowing tide. And if ever I return again, I will make you my bride. And if ever I return again, and if ever I return again, and if ever I return again, I will make you my bride. 'Twas pleasant and delightful one sweet summer morn to view the green fields all covered with corn.
Oh, corn.
Corn. Get your sound effects right, man. The blackbirds and thrushes sang on every green spray. And the lark she sang melodious.
Oh, Daddy boy!
At the dawning of the day. And the lark she sang melodious. And the lark she sang melodious. And the lark she sang melodious at the dawning of the day. God.
That was wonderful.
Oh, Lord.
I hope I wasn't vamping.
I originally got that. I got that from the English folk group, the Spinners. But the whole corn thing happened because
Blame it on Matthew.
it was Matthew, our previous brother. We were actually driving somewhere, and we were singing this, and we drove past a cornfield. I think it was in Mount Vernon or somewhere like that. It was,
Oh, was that that trip up to Bellingham?
Back to Bellingham, that's right. So we were all singing, and immediately he starts saying corn. So it just happened. So anyway, yeah, that's how these weird things start.
How traditions get started, just on the weirdest little thing.
All right, well now
That's
please put us
wonderful.
back on track with something really good.
Well, you've got the guy leaving the girl and the girl's feeling crummy. We've got the guy
Missing the girl.
missing the girl. Yeah.
3, 4.
May sound familiar.
sitting in the back of my memory, like a honeybee buzzing round a glass of sweet Chablis. Radio's on, windows rolled up, the mind's rolled down. Headlights shining like a silver moon rolling on the ground. We made love in every way love can be made. We made time look like time could never fade. Friday night, we both made the guitar hum. Saturday made Sunday feel like it would never come. It's gonna be a long Monday, sitting all alone on a mountain by a river that has no end. It's gonna be a long Monday, stuck like the tick of a clock that's come unwound again. Soul to soul, heart to heart, and cheek to cheek. Come on, baby, give me a kiss that'll last all week. The thought of you leaving again brings me down. The promise of your sweet love brings me around. It's gonna be a long Monday, sitting all alone on a mountain by a river that has no end. It's gonna be a long Monday, stuck like the tick of a clock that's come unwound again and again.
Very nice. Very
So,
nice. indeed.
you know, that's
Yes.
a John Prine song.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't know if you heard it, but that was actually, we heard the album version of that a little earlier because
Earlier, right,
Yeah,
right.
well, nobody was
Well-
there anyway, so you're fine.
Well, this was our version of it a decade on
Yeah.
compared to the one.
Still works.
So, and it still works. So, this is the month of love, and we're doing things that have to do with love, but it isn't all romantic. We're going to do a Hazel Dickens tune that is about love of place. Hazel was the 8th of 11 kids, and she moved away from her West Virginia home, lived for many years in Baltimore, and was actually a major influencer in getting mountain music out from the Appalachians into the mainstream during the folk revival period of the mid 20th century. And but she wrote this song about how she felt about leaving home, leaving West Virginia. It's called West Virginia, My Home. West Virginia, oh my home. West Virginia, where I belong. In the dead of the night, in the still and the quiet, I slip away like a bird in flight back to those hills, the place that I call home. It's been years now since I left there. City life about got the best of me. Can't remember why I left so free. What I wanted to do, what I wanted to see, but I can still remember where I come from. West Virginia, oh my home. West Virginia, where I belong. In the dead of the night, in the still and the quiet, I slip away like a bird in flight back to those hills, the place that I call home. Well, I paid the price for the leaving. This life I have, not one I thought I'd find. Let me live, love, let me cry when I go. Just let me die among the friends who remember when I'm gone. West Virginia, oh my home. West Virginia, where I belong. In the dead of the night, in the still and the quiet, I slip away like a bird in flight back to those hills, the place that I call home. In the home, 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 I can see it so clear in my mind. Home, 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 I can almost feel the honeysuckle vine. In the dead of the night, in the still and the quiet, I slip away like a bird in flight back to those hills, the place that I call home. In the dead of the night, in the still and the quiet, I slip away like a bird in flight back to those hills, the place that I call home. Home.
Oh boy, that was just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous.
All right.
I should mention a few folks. Should mention a few things from the folks out there.
Hi,
So,
everybody.
hi, Vent. Karen, your sister, is hanging out with you in Florida.
Hi, Karen.
And let's see here. There's some other folks here. Bill Buckins here.
Hi, Bill.
Lynette's, of course, here. And, Kathy pointed this out. Kathy Burtell reminded of memories of Hazel Dickens singing with them and Alice, lending me her bass at festival.
Ooh-hoo.
Wow. Oh, how delightful. What a
Yeah.
lovely memory.
That's not the West Virginia State song. It should be.
No, it's not.
Should be.
Should be.
Yeah.
It's the unofficial one.
Country Roads, which is actually about Western Virginia.
Right. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so we have...
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we
It's
have.
time for
We're
the
back to you.
High-tech
That's my
graphic.
high-tech graphic. There we go.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
So,
Okay.
what was that
Oh, we
now?
should say that. We should say, of course, that relatives, pets. Oh no, actually, your relatives are exempt. They're fine. But basically, you guys and us and any pets that you have in the house are exempt from this particular quiz. So, in other words, you can't give us the answer. You don't get a chance.
Okay. So, here we go. Number 1. What famous American writer of westerns has a singer-songwriter son? Once again, what famous American writer of westerns has a singer-songwriter son?
Okay. All right. While we're doing that.
Okay.
Okay. While we're doing that, let's do a tune.
Let's sing.
Shall we?
Yeah, let's do our songs.
Let's do a tune.
Okay, this is the weird. Well, this is actually the local songwriters.
Yes.
Sat here, and Percy. This may be. I don't know, have you heard us do this song yet?
I don't know if he has or not.
He wrote it.
Yeah, he wrote it, but yeah.
So, and it's one of my favorite love songs these days. Oh, and we're going to do it in the same key. Good.
Oh my God,
In
that's
C.
amazing. Yes.
Yeah, a rarity among us. Once upon a time, I wasn't worth a dime. All I could hope to get from life was old. Then in my darkest night, the sun was shining bright, 'cause you filled my empty world with a pot of gold. I used to be an Edsel, a failure through and through, but I became a Cadillac when I found you. I was a raging river, now I'm a gentle stream. I used to be a nightmare, now I'm just a dream. I used to be a thunderstorm, now I'm a gentle breeze. I used to be an X-missile, and now I'm a nuclear freeze. I used to be an Edsel, a failure through and through, but I became a Cadillac when I found you. I was lying on rock bottom, now I'm standing right on top. I've become a smash hit, yesterday I was a flop. From a mind held in low regard, eternal truths now spring. For now I know that love is everything. I used to be a classic board, now I'm lots of fun. I used to be a strikeout, now I'm a home run. I used to be bad writing, now I'm delightful prose. I used to be a nasty thorn, now I'm a long-stemmed rose. I used to be an Edsel, a failure through and through, but I became a Cadillac when I found you. I used to be an Edsel, a failure through and through, but I became a Cadillac when I found you.
Marvelous. That is, you said that's Percy Hilo's song?
Yes.
Oh, how wonderful. I hope Percy's listening.
Okay, now this one actually is by a late lamented local songwriter, Mike Pryor.
Yes.
And this is where we basically go off the rails
As usual.
in terms of good taste.
Yeah. I think the taste just went out the door.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, Percy was very, very, very nice and tasty.
Oh, absolutely.
But
yes. But this is not.
unfortunately,
But we have to do
or
it
not.
anyway. 'Cause
This-
it
this-
depends, really.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to get the words so they aren't falling off the music stand here. Okay.
But we have to do this.
Yeah, we have to do this. It's
Yeah.
it's in our repertoire. It's one of our best love songs, best written love songs. Oh, it's in C too. How do you like that? Oh, I'm in love with an Idaho girl. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm sorry, my mistake.
Ah.
The name of the song is Idaho Girl.
There we go. You got that
And
right. Yes.
yeah, okay. And my apologies to any of the nice people of Idaho who might take umbrage to this song.
Yeah.
It's as much making fun of us as it is of them.
Right.
Oh, I'm in love with an Idaho girl, in love with a bit of heaven. She's my lovely Idaho girl. with an AK-47. I met her in an Idaho pub. She quarreled with a swarthy skinhead. My opening line was, "Hey, nice shot. Guess you're gonna need a new boyfriend." Her father was a farming man. His potatoes were delicious, but every one of his Idaho friends belonged to 3 militias. Her mother was a farmer's wife. She tended all the crops. She was especially proud of some basement plants she never let the cops see. Oh, I'm in love with an Idaho girl, in love with a bit of heaven. She's my lovely Idaho girl with an AK-47. At length there came a wedding day. I do when the parson asked it. I'd finally get to second base beneath her green flak jacket. Oy. Her heaving alabaster skin, oh, none on earth was purer. But there in the middle of her Idaho chest was a tattoo of the Fuhrer. I left her there in the Idaho dust, like a skunk I made off. I knew there'd never be a bed I'd care to share with Adolf. Oh, I'm in love with an Idaho girl, in love with a bit of heaven. She's my lovely Idaho girl with an AK-47. The bullets flew behind me now. I never should have trifled with the lovely heart of an Idaho girl and her automatic rifle. If ever you meet an Idaho girl, I'll warn you what the fact is, that every guy of an Idaho girl ends up as target practice. Oh, I'm in love with an Idaho girl, in love with a bit of heaven. She's my lovely Idaho girl with an AK-47.
Ah, yes.
Groan. We are providing the groan for the public on behalf of all of your fans.
Hey,
Groan.
I spent 6 years in Idaho. I made it out alive.
Yeah,
it's-
that's right.
Thank you, Mike Pryor. As I said, you just bring class to what we're doing, because obviously, yeah. Let's see here. Where are we? What are we going to be doing next?
They're doing some songs.
Oh, that's good.
Are you gonna finish your quiz though?
Yes.
Oh, did
Oh,
we have
let's
any
see
questions?
here.
Any answers? Yes, thank you.
No, you don't have any
Good
answers yet. Okay.
I haven't seen any so far.
Oh,
Hang on, I'm just looking on
trying to make
YouTube
this
here.
easy.
No, not so far.
Okay.
Okay, what's going on, people?
Come
You
on.
should know this.
Yeah, this is these are fairly well known people.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not talking folk music.
Oh,
but-
wait a minute.
What?
Hold it.
Whoa,
Give me-
what?
Show it where it was. It was, well, sort of.
What? Tell me what you got.
Jefferson said McCurdy.
McCurdy.
Oh, no, Percy. You got it. Percy's
Percy.
got it.
Well, of course, he's a writer.
Yeah, Percy got it. Yes,
Yeah.
there we go.
That's what you get for hanging out at the what's the name of that literary place up on Capitol Hill?
Larry McMurtry.
Larry and James McMurtry.
There we go. So, yeah,
So
Percy's got it.
yeah.
Cool.
All right, Percy. And that means I owe you 2 prizes.
Yeah.
I already owe you 1. I've seen you like 3 times since the last time you won. So I'm gonna have to track you down really now, because now I have one of your prizes in my car. Just on the off chance I'm gonna run
Yes.
into you somewhere.
Yep.
Not necessarily with my car.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Let him play.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Well, I want to say just a little something. Ooh, let me come around this way. We're going to play the Bode Psaltery, and just in case there are a couple of people watching that don't know what this is, I am going to explain it. Bode Psaltery is part of the zither family, and that family stretches back over 2,000 years. So the history of the idea of this instrument is very old. This particular configuration of the strings and the size of it, this is a baritone. It's so heavy it has to go on an industrial strength camera stand. But a German music teacher right after the Second World War wanted to continue teaching music, and there were no pianos to be had.
They all turned into Volkswagens.
Yeah. And so he came up with the concept of stringing this up so that all of the notes that I access on the right side with my right hand bow are just like the white keys on a piano. And all of the strings on the left side are just like the black keys on a piano. So I'm going to whip it around, and we're going to do a little 1937 ditty.
Look out. Whoa.
I'd really like a roadie. But you can't be my roadie because you're over there with your stuff. Okay, so here's how we do it. I have my bows. I'm ready to play my psaltery. If I can see. Yeah. Start again.
When it's darkness on the delta, that's the time my heart is light. When it's darkness on the delta, let me linger in the shelter of the night. Fields of cotton all around me, voices singing soft and low. Oh Lord, I'm lucky that you found me where the muddy Mississippi waters flow. Lounging on the levee, listening to the nightingale. Up above, laughter on the levee, no one's heart is heavy. All God's children got somebody to love. When it's darkness on the delta, only heaven is in sight. When it's darkness on the delta, let me linger in the shelter of the night. Darkness.
When it's darkness
on the delta,
that's
the time my heart is light.
Oh, so light.
When it's darkness on the delta, let me linger in the shelter of the night. Fields of cotton all around me, voices singing soft and low. Oh Lord, I'm lucky that you found me where the muddy Mississippi waters flow. Lounging on the levee, listening to the nightingale. Way up above, laughter on the levee, no one's heart is heavy, and all God's children got somebody to love. When it's darkness on the delta, only heaven is in sight. When it's darkness on the delta, let me linger in the shelter of the night.
Wow. Oh, wow. Absolutely gorgeous. So it's basically using a Renaissance instrument to do an old 20s jazz tune. Perfect.
We were doing yes, and we use it for a lot of swing stuff.
Yeah.
We were doing a gig, and there was a woman that was watching me, and I'm used to having people look very kind of astonished. They haven't seen this before, but she came up afterward, and she said, "I have been playing for 15 years." In a psaltery group, and I didn't know you could play anything besides Celtic music on it.
Perfect. There we go.
Well, you proved,
Okay.
Yes.
proved her wrong there.
Well, I just
My apologies to her if she's listening.
If she's listening, well, hopefully she took that and went home and, busted out of that rut and did some wonderful things.
we get to have the
what are we
cool.
doing
Oh,
next?
we're doing Home as a River.
We're going to do a Hank Payne original.
Oh, are we?
cool.
No, we're
Yeah.
not. Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
we are. Yeah, we're Home is a River. Yeah. And you're going to capo too?
Yeah, I wrote this song after I made a hike up in the Olympic Mountains, and I was hiking up to a place called Home Sweet Home, which is a meadow, and it's a pass about 5,000 feet elevation. And I was going to spend the night up there, but the bugs and the sun and the heat coming down in August, and there's no shade, bugs flying all around. So I hiked down over the pass, down into the river valley, and spent the night at the Duckabush River.
In the Duckabush River,
In the
you told
Duckabush,
me.
yeah.
And then
Had
you
to
wrote
cool
this song
down.
on the way home. You capo
Yeah,
too.
yeah, I did.
And I'm playing a dulcimer. This is variously known as a lap dulcimer, a mountain dulcimer, or an Appalachian dulcimer, a particularly American instrument. Count me in.
So this is called Home is a River. 1, 2, 3, 4. When the day is weary, I can barely hold my own. When the times are troubled, my heart it turns to stone. When my love is gone and I'm feeling all alone, I think of a stretch of heaven and I call it home sweet home. Home sweet home is a river, she flows through my life. She carves out the valley, she brings the desert life. When I've done my best and that's all that I can be, I flow with the river, and the river she flows in me. She springs from the hillside, sometimes weak and small, but she crashes through the mountains, you can hear the thunder fall. Winter tries to freeze her, summer suns can only tease her. She outlasts the seasons, home sweet home through it all. Home sweet home is a river, she flows through my life. She carves out the valley, she brings the desert life. When I've done my best and that's all that I can be, I flow with the river, and the river she flows in me. She cools and refreshes, she puts my mind at ease. She soothes and she comforts, she sets my spirit free. She quenches my thirst, she brings my pain to an end. I long for that river like I long for a friend. Home sweet home is a river, she flows through my life.
She carves out the valley, she brings the desert life. When I've done my best and that's all that I can be, I flow with the river and the river she flows in me.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Delightfully cheerful.
Oh, wonderful.
Hey, so Love of Rivers, that one was.
Yes.
We thank our park districts and national forests for
Yes.
places
I'll
like that.
skip my antidepressant today.
Yeah. We should mention some shout outs from Chris Rivenus, all the way from Singapore.
Oh my gosh, that's my son.
Oh my goodness.
I had no idea they'd be watching. Well,
Wow.
hello,
Wonderful.
Chris.
And let's see here. Billy Judy, all the way from Eugene.
Oh, fabulous, Billy and Jonathan's probably behind her there somewhere. Yep,
That's great.
Over her
Where
shoulder.
Chris is from?
huh?
it
He
should-
said from Singapore. Yeah.
It should be mentioned that this is archived on our YouTube page and Facebook page as well. And typically, what we get is that a whole bunch of people, like my relatives in either New Zealand or the UK, will typically watch it later because
Super fine. Well, I want to say a shout out too to Feng Tao and Liu Ian, who are also with Chris in Singapore, and hope everything's going really well. We'll see you again next week. we Skype with them every week. Okay.
The lovely thing about doing this is exactly this. We get
Yeah.
worldwide
Yeah.
audience, which is very
Well,
cool.
this is great.
And speaking of the world,
Yes.
for the second or third time in a row, I guess the second time, we are dedicating the monetary part of this little venture to World Central Kitchen. We want to feed the world because everybody deserves to eat. And I think the really cool thing is everybody deserves to eat chef-inspired food. Almost makes
It's
me
wonderful.
go to war somewhere so that I can get some of that good food, but not really.
Well,
Yeah, never mind.
So fill that tip
mind.
jar and
Never mind.
What else was I supposed
may the
to-
money roll in.
Hank and Claire, if you have a
fill
toast,
some bellies.
if you guys have a toast now, feel free to give it, or if you can think one up in the next 15, 20 minutes,
Yeah.
then that
Okay.
would work
You
too.
have a toast you want to do right
I
now?
was just going to say.
Yeah.
bellies.
Okay, well, let's do it. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Do you want to say? What
All
are we
right,
toasting
y'all
Toast
raise
to
your-
the-
raise your
toast to the
glasses,
kitchen.
bumpers,
Wait.
cups, or vessels.
to? Or, okay, a toast
Toast to the kitchen.
to the kitchen,
Fill those coffers so they can fill the bellies of people who really need
who
it.
really need it.
Absolutely.
Huzzah.
So a little bit of serendipity happened when I was poking around my archives for a video, and I happened on this particular video, and I thought, oh, it's perfect. And then Dan comes in and says, oh, I was looking at this particular video, and I said, well, we're doing it. So there we go.
I was listening to the song, actually.
the
but
song itself, but yeah.
We both happened to run into this song on our computers.
Yes. Yes, right. And they didn't fall over, so that's good.
So this is where I should
you-
cut
you'll
our
mute your
video
audio and
feed,
your video.
right?
That's correct,
Both.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
will do. See you in a minute.
Yeah. Well, you want to explain this one?
The song was written by Scott Cook, one of our favorite songwriters in the whole world.
Yeah.
We do one of his songs, which we're not doing today. But this one, it's so important and so beautifully done that I don't want to really say anything more because
No,
I could
yeah.
run the risk of ruining it.
Exactly. So I'm going to do my little sharing thing, and we'll get to sing
Called
really.
Pass It Along.
This guitar is made of cedar, from the body of a tree to the workshop of a luthier, and now it's on loan to me.
And it's good company after dinner, and fits my hands just fine. But someday another singer with a pair of hands like mine who coaxed at songs much prettier, still hiding in his strings, and sing stronger, braver words than I could ever sing. And folks are gonna love it. Of this I'm almost sure. So I'll take good care of it, 'cause I'm borrowing it from her. Pass it along, pass it along. May it land in careful hands when I'm gone.
You carry it for a moment, but time won't loan it you for long.
You don't own it, pass it along.
Well, this here's my country. Sometimes it's hard to recognize it, but I count myself lucky to have been born inside it.
And I'm grateful for the rights others struggled hard to win. And you bet I'm gonna fight when they come to take 'em back again.
All and everywhere are teachers, though some fell along the way.
But the words they said still reach us, just like you're teaching me today.
And it may not be out loud, but it's there in what you do.
And I hope to make you proud, because I borrowed it from you.
Pass it along, pass it along. May it land in careful hands when we're gone.
Carry it for a moment, time won't loan it to you for long.
You don't own it.
Pass it along.
Seems these days we're in a hurry to grab up all that's left to use.
Putting patents on discovery, making seeds that don't reproduce.
If our vision is so narrow, seeing only part and soul,
We'll end up like the pharaohs, buried with their gold.
We've all pushed this thing along. We've been guided by our fear, but the river sings a song. We gotta be quieter to hear.
It's in every child's face, new and hopeful lies a stem.
Best be gentle with this place, 'cause we're borrowing it from them.
Pass it along, pass it along.
Pass it along.
May it land in careful hands when we're gone.
Lo tieni un solo momento, e il tempo non sarà mai lungo.
you don't own it.
Pass it along, pass it along.
Pass it along.
May it land in careful hands when we're gone. You carry it for a moment, time won't loan it to you for long. You don't own it, pass it along.
Pass it along.
And I just thought that was the perfect thing to do.
That was exquisite.
Yeah.
Exquisite. Oh,
For those of you who've never heard or seen Scott cook before, you absolutely must. I came across him when I was he got onto my stage at the Wanda Fuca Festival, and at the time I did the one over in Port Angeles, and immediately and completely entranced by his songwriting. We do at least one of his songs, and just the nicest, kindest person you'll come across. At the time, I don't know if he still is or not. He was basically living in a minivan, traveling all over the place.
His business card said "Digital Hobo."
Digital Hobo, that's right. And just one of the better songwriters I've come across, and just very, very cool. So there you have it. I'm sure that's available on YouTube out there as well. But I don't remember.
A wonderful touch that it ends with Peggy Seeger in the middle.
There you go.
The middle, yeah, just a wonderful touch.
You're right.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Susan. Again.
Are they there?
She's there. Yeah,
Yeah,
she's there.
thanks
Thank you.
for getting that to us. Here you get it back.
Yes, indeed.
All right. Folky, Inquisition number 2.
There we go. This
This should be even easier.
Should be.
It should be, okay? Because this has to do with me, okay? I'm being self-centered here.
Oh, really?
Mom always liked you best.
Which mom?
I don't know. Both of them, I think. All right. The question is, what band was I, Dan Roberts, in right before the Whateverly Brothers?
Mm-hmm. This has got to be an easy one.
What band was I, Dan Roberts, in right before before I was in the Whateverly Brothers?
Yeah.
So there.
Cool.
We should have an answer very quickly, I would think.
I would think. We hope, yes.
Here's hoping.
Yeah,
Okay, but while we're doing that, let's do some songs.
Let's do some songs? Yeah,
yes,
what are we doing,
like
actually?
this song.
Okay, this song
that's
here.
sitting here in front of me on
All
paper.
right. Oh, that one.
Just in case I forget it. Oh, I should probably have my guitar, though.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Okay, awkward instrument change here.
That's a Whateverly Brothers special.
So is hitting my knee on the table.
Yeah. Okay.
So what key is this sucker in? D?
No, D. Yes.
That's G.
No.
Bye bye.
No. It's in D.
Bye bye. Yeah. That's what it's in D.
Yeah.
We
start
singing in G. Okay.
Yeah. We've been having this argument for like a week now.
Actually, we had it just about 30 minutes ago.
I know.
About
See
another
here.
song. Okay.
Hang on a second here. There we go. Okay.
Can I go now?
Yes, go.
Oh, okay. Bye bye love. Bye bye happiness. Hello loneliness. I think I'm gonna cry. Bye bye love. Bye bye sweet caress. Hello emptiness. I feel like I could die. Bye bye my love, goodbye. There goes my baby with someone new. She sure looks happy. I sure am blue. She was my baby till he stepped in. Goodbye to romance that might have been. Bye bye love. Bye bye happiness. Hello loneliness. I think I'm gonna cry. Bye bye love. Bye bye sweet caress. Hello emptiness. I feel like I could die. Bye bye my love, goodbye. There goes my baby. I'm sorry. I'm through with romance. I'm through with love. I'm through with counting the stars above. And here's the reason that I'm so free. My loving baby is through with me. Bye bye love. Bye bye happiness. Hello loneliness. I think I'm gonna cry. Bye bye love. Bye bye sweet caress. Hello emptiness. I feel like I could die. Bye bye my love, goodbye. Bye bye my love, goodbye. Bye bye my love, goodbye. Goodbye my love, goodbye. The classic AM radio fade out. Sorry about trying to sing the first verse twice.
I hope everybody else is singing along.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
We
they got
sure
it
are.
right, probably. All right. So while we're on that subject,
Right.
or actually it's a different subject.
Oh, let's see. We can do that.
You have, yeah, right. His recorder works.
Yes, my recorder does indeed work.
Now let's see whether my fingers work here.
Yeah.
All right. I once had a girl, or should I say, she once had me. She showed me her room, isn't it good, Norwegian wood. She asked me to stay and she told me to sit anywhere. Well, I looked around and I noticed there wasn't a chair. I sat on a rug, biding my time, drinking her wine. We talked until 2, and then she said, it's time for bed. She told me she worked in the morning and started to laugh. I told her I didn't and crawled off to sleep in the bath. And when I awoke, I was alone. This bird had flown. So I lit a fire. Isn't it good, Norwegian wood? All right.
Lovely.
Nice to get to play the recorder every now and again.
Ooh, oh, it was just lovely.
Yeah.
I went to boarding school for high school for 3 years, and we used to go out in the hallway in the girls' dorm and set up speakers on the end of the hallway and lie down so that we could have the speakers get the surround sound and listen to Michelle Maybell and Norwegian Wood, the really soft Beatles songs,
Right.
and just have ecstatic moments with our buddies the Beatles when they would
that's
breathe.
cool.
We could hear them breathing.
Yeah. All right.
Great memories. Great memories. Oh yeah, I wanted to make one comment. Billy Judy, and Jonathan Stratman, who apparently are tuned in here. We owe them a very great debt. They are the two people who came up to help us produce our second and our third CDs.
Oh, wonderful.
And we just owe them everything.
Jonathan's hanging out on YouTube.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes, and Billy's on,
And Billy's on Facebook.
yeah, Billy's on Facebook. No, sorry, I take that back. Billy's actually Billy's on YouTube as well. Take that back. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. I want to see actually as Percy. Percy's got it.
Again.
Again.
You only get one prize.
You got it one
Percy,
prize.
Sorry.
Percy, sorry. but that will be Bold Horizon, of course, otherwise known as Bald Horizon.
Because we all had about the same hairline.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Let's see here. Well, that would be you guys, I think, at this
I think
point.
so, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Yeah, you good? We good?
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you give your intro to this song,
Okay.
and then I'll give mine. Okay.
Yeah. This next song is a song by Paul Sanchez, whom I had never heard of since I learned this song. But takes me back to those days when we were taking family trips back to West Virginia, and a long drive from upstate New York, where West Virginia, where I was born, spending all that time in the car.
And every time Hank sings this one, it also shoots me back into the memory of the first family car that I remember was a black sedan, and it had the back window was about this big, maybe 12 inches across. And my sister Karen, who is listening in here, she had to sit in the front seat between Mom and Dad. And my brother and I believe that we both remember this correctly. It was because she was a troublemaker. So I'm not sure what she's going to text you about that. But my brother and I got to split up the back seat. And so we would each take a half of the back seat. And you'll see as soon as this song begins why this song just shoots me right back into that world. Mm-hmm. This is called Home by Morning.
1, 2, 3. Lying down in my half of the back seat, I am my own radio, humming along with the engine. I am 7 years old. My daddy's behind the wheel, humming the very same song. My mom is asleep on the passenger seat. Little brother, he asks how long we will be home by morning on the back roads through New Mexico. Home by morning, I am my own radio. I can't sleep, I look out through the headlights, see the cold country rain falling down, keeping time with a windshield wiper. Daddy, are we almost there now? And I'm breathing to fog up the windows, draw pictures in the mist. Our house and a tree, some boats on the sea, and a star where a small boy can wish he will be home by morning on the back roads to New Mexico. Home by morning, I am my own radio. And the songs that you make up to give your own mind a rest are oft times the lullabies that turn out the best. Though the words are forgotten when the darkness is gone, the melody still lingers on. Tonight I'm driving alone in the desert, a styrofoam cup in my hand, humming along with the engine. I'm a full-grown man, and it's me here behind the wheel, with so many miles to go. These old memories, these old melodies, I am my own radio. I will be home by morning on the back roads to New Mexico. Home by morning, I am my own radio. I am my own radio. I am my own radio.
Oh yeah, that's lovely.
Lovely.
I'm busy airing dirty family laundry here. This is great. So Karen said, hey, not supposed to tell family secrets on Facebook. And anyway, you and Pete are remembering wrong.
Well, she would say that, wouldn't she?
Jonathan pointed out that on a different subject that actually it wasn't. He had mentioned wasn't there one called the Geezers? Well, not quite true, because Tom Rawson had a band called
Men Two Geezers.
Geezers, and that's where that came
when
from.
Boys Two Men was popular.
Yeah, that's right. Oh God, it dates us.
That's a while back.
So did Percy win it again?
Yes, he did. Again.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, he only gets one prize. You know.
And to all of you people who've won prizes recently, Kathy and a few of the rest of you, the mailing department is working on it, and it'll go out probably in Monday's mail.
Right.
The mailing department has been a little.
I'm not going to say busy.
No, not really. Just spaced out.
Spaced out is more like it. I was, family trips. I mean, isn't it something we can all remember? I grew up in the UK, and we always visited grandparents for Christmas, and it'll play. And so driving from either the north of England or from Essex to Surrey, which is where we would be going. The big thing for my sister and I was counting Christmas trees in windows. That was one, and the other one was counting gardens with gnomes in them.
Oh, that must have kept you busy.
Oh yeah, well, my parents
In
were
the
wise
UK?
people. Yes, and so yeah, and for some reason in England there are a lot of gnomes.
There are a lot of gnomes.
A lot of gnomes in a lot of gardens. Yes.
Yeah.
And so that was
It's wonderful.
family trips. Yeah, that's always
Family
fun.
trips.
A lot of unknowns too.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
my family, my long family trips were up to the grandparents in Washington. That was my first exposure to the fair state, was to going to visit the relatives in Port Orchard.
Right. Yeah.
Coming up from California.
California. Yeah. All right.
Or as
Well,
Bob
we
Cotty
thought
would
we'd
say, California.
do something that's fairly recognizable to a lot of our listeners, your listeners. And this is the piece of music that was written by Jay Unger called the Ashokan Farewell, which Ken Burns Jay wrote this in 1980s. I'm not sure what year exactly, but Ken Burns, when he was getting ready to do his Civil War series, he heard this somewhere, and I believe initially he thought it either was from the Civil War or it resonated so much with him as something that could have that kind of nostalgia that, he went to Jay and said, please, may I license your piece of music to use for my series? And Jay Unger was not a stupid man. So he said, yes, of course you may. and thereby we have many, many, many millions of people have come to know this tune. So we're going to do our best rendition of it on the dulcimer and the guitar. We hope it's our best rendition of it. We'll see.
It's the only rendition.
Let's see.
of it.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
Yeah, exquisite.
Nicely done. Gorgeous. Yes. Yeah. Oh. Now you guys are over in Paulsbo, is that correct?
That is
Yes.
correct.
That's
Yeah.
we were talking about that. Yeah. So yeah.
Not too far from Port Orchard.
Not too far
Right,
from Port Orchard.
exactly,
There we go.
yeah.
Yes.
Same neck of the woods. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. Right. So we're gonna do a tune or two.
This is actually our a shanty, sea
Yeah.
shanty, or
Oh.
bay shanty, or something.
Yes. Hang on a second. I'm gonna find it first.
And you are in the key of E, I believe.
I am. Yes.
Good. So am I.
Yeah. Fare thee well, me Juliana, shallow,
Oh, shallow brown.
Fare thee well, me Juliana,
Shallow, shallow brown.
and it's shallow in the morning.
Shallow, shallow brown.
Just as the day was dawning.
Shallow, shallow brown.
Yes, I packet leaves tomorrow.
Shallow, shallow brown.
And it fills my heart with sorrow. Shallow,
Oh, shallow brown.
for I love to gaze upon you.
Shallow, shallow brown.
And to spend me money on you.
Shallow, shallow brown.
How you are my only treasure.
Shallow, shallow brown.
And I love you still full measure.
Shallow, shallow brown.
In me cradle lies me baby.
Shallow, shallow brown.
I don't want no other lady.
Shallow, shallow brown.
Oh, my wife and baby grieve me.
Shallow, shallow brown.
It just breaks me heart to leave you.
Shallow, shallow brown.
For I'm bound away to leave you.
Shallow, shallow brown.
But I never will deceive you.
Shallow,
Shallow brown, fare thee well, me Juliana.
Shallow, shallow brown.
Fare thee well, me Juliana.
Shallow, shallow brown.
All right. Okay.
All right. Oops, now the awkward instrument change here.
Where does that come from?
I think kind of the Chesapeake Bay neck of the woods.
Yeah.
Probably
beautiful.
African American.
Yeah.
In there's a verse at least that I got from Philip Morgan that says, "My master's going to sell me for that mighty Yankee dollar."
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
guessing kind
Sure.
of
Yeah.
mid-Atlantic to south coast.
Yeah. Very much.
Well, it's
very much,
beautiful.
well, really a four-bitter, not a shanty as such.
Well, it has
Yeah.
call and answer.
That true. It does.
It's
It could
call
be
and
either way, I
response,
guess.
so
Yeah.
I guess it could go either
yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah. So well, this is another local one.
Oh yes, J.W. Sparrow wrote the
J.W.
song.
Sparrow.
And He probably doesn't do it like this anymore because he keeps changing the way he does songs.
Exactly, yeah.
So we're sort of the historical preservation
right.
part of the J.W. Sparrow catalog.
That's right.
Anyway, this is one of my all-time favorite love songs. It's enough favorite that actually the Whateverly Brothers did this song as the processional in Sally's and My Wedding.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it's obviously I must like it.
Yes.
It's called Deep Green Sea, and it kind of goes away from this, climb the highest mountains, swim the deepest ocean kind of stuff, to just, hey, let's just be comfortable with each other and not make a big deal about it. Just love. I don't want to be like a falling star. Just let me be wherever you are, like a candle in the window that burns for you. Let the light shine through. There's no need for me to be the deep green sea. Just let me be like a sweet cup of tea. Cinnamon and honey upon your tongue. Let the sea roll on. I don't want to be your lost soulmate, never being found till it's much too late. Alive in the now, no time to kill. Let the soul or what it will. There's no need for me to be the deep green sea. Just let me be like a sweet cup of tea. Cinnamon and honey upon your tongue. Let the sea roll on. I don't need to make your whole earth move. Let me be the one with nothing to prove. Around and around in an endless beginning. Let the world keep spinning. There's no need for me to be the deep green sea. Just let me be like a sweet cup of tea. Cinnamon and honey upon your tongue. Let the sea roll on. I don't want to be like a bird in the storm, hidden in your heart where it's safe and warm, awaiting there to fly with the light of dawn. Let the storm blow on. There's no need for me to be the deep green sea. Just let me be like a sweet cup of tea. Cinnamon and honey upon your tongue. Let the sea roll on. I don't want to be like the midnight train, crying in the night through the cold and the rain. I just want to hear your softest sigh and let that train roll by. There's no need for me to be the deep green sea. Just let me be like a sweet cup of tea. Cinnamon and honey upon your tongue. Let the sea roll on.
Sparrow.
Whoa, that's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful.
You guys should do it, actually.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I'm going to put that on on our wish list, I think.
Yeah.
That's
The
lovely.
to-do list, yes.
Yeah, there we go.
We have a really long one ourselves.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know about
So-
that.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, we should make the Zoom announcement at this point, right?
We should do. Yes, that's
Okay.
right.
Those of you out there in internet land, you are invited to a short but meaningful, I hope, after party on Zoom.
Yes.
And Chris is now busy typing in or putting in the Zoom link, so you
Yes.
can. But please don't try to get on until we close the show.
Yes.
It could get really confusing.
Yes, and we'll be off of live at that point, so we
Yeah.
will stop the live portion of the show, and then you can come on, and we'll let you in, and we'll hang out for a little bit. So,
Yep.
yeah.
So before Hank and Claire play us out, I guess we're going to try to talk about the future of the Whateverly Brothers, at least in the next couple of months. We can't really forecast anything past that. So anyway, let's see what's happening. The next
Yes.
Fortnight of Doom is
On the 31st or the 30th, I think, anyway.
uh-oh.
What?
We'll get our calendars out here.
Yeah. But anyway, it is. Well, I'll look. I know where
But the
it is,
guests,
the guests. Talk about the guests.
what is the guest?
It's what's his name from England?
From where?
From it's Okay, we're good.
Massive memory failure.
What's her name from back east? And then
From back east.
Yes.
Oh! Way back east.
way back east. Yes.
Way back. I mean, not just
Yes.
not the East Coast, Northeast England. Janie
Yes.
Maneely,
Janie Maneely, yes.
and Bob Van Zant.
Yes.
A double threat,
Yes.
as it were.
Yep.
Will be checking in with us.
Yeah.
And this one will be earlier in the day, I believe,
Yep.
at 2:00, because
Yeah, 'cause
we
it's
didn't
late back there.
want them to have to try to do things at 3 a.m.
Yeah, and it's on a not only that, it's on a Sunday as well.
Ah, that's true
Yes.
too. Okay, so
it's actually
like.
yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Sunday, March 31st is
Thank
what
you.
it is at 2:00.
Yeah.
That's what it'll be.
We seem to
Yes.
be kind of careening
Yeah.
between the beginning and the ends
Yeah,
of months.
right.
And we just booked Pint and Dale for April, right?
We did, yes.
Do we
we
remember
have a
the
date?
date
I don't
on
know if-
that?
I'm not sure we have a date
I
yet.
think we do,
Oh,
but
but
I
yeah,
can't
don't
remember
have
what
it,
it
yeah.
is.
But
So
what-
you'll hear about it next month.
Exactly, yes. And so Pittendale, they for once they called us up, which I
No,
thought was-
actually, I
Oh, you did?
No,
Okay. shoot.
I
Damn. Okay.
I initiated that whole thing. We were on something else, but
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah. Cool.
Where was it? Oh, and then let's see, March.
Yes.
Also, on March 2nd, we are doing a Oregon tourlet.
As in down the
The
toilet.
tourlet, yes,
Yeah, I know.
indeed. On March 2nd at 11 o'clock in the morning, we're doing a program at the Dalles, Waco County Library on sea shanties and pirate songs and things like
Arr.
that. And they are paying us very nicely and putting us up in a motel the night before, so we don't have to get up at weird o'clock in the morning. And then that evening, we're going to be playing at a co-house
Yeah,
in the
co-housing.
common room of a co-house,
House,
which I
yes.
think is called co-housing, which is called the Commons.
Yes. Right.
Somewhere in the southwest Portland vicinity.
Yeah, and we played at these one before when we did
Yeah.
when we did our last tourlet down there.
Yeah, that
And,
was our first
yeah.
Portland area.
It was wonderful.
one.
It was really, really cool.
They
So,
were so nice because we were driving from the Wallowa Valley.
Yes,
That
yes.
left that morning after doing a
A show, we played the farmers market.
farmers market. There
Yes,
we go.
Yeah,
There
we
was-
were staying with Heidi and Bob at Heidi Muller and Bob, and we did farmers market and then driving over the Blue Mountains.
Yeah.
And,
So during that drive, I think we had every kind of weather. We had sunshine, we had snow, we
Yep.
had rain, we had hail, we had sleet, we had freezing rain,
Yep.
and fog.
Yep.
And did I leave anything out?
Probably not, but yes,
Probably
that
not.
was
And we got there just really bedraggled, and they just kind of
Swooped us up.
scooped us up,
Yep.
fed us. We're just sweet and everything, and so we gave them some pretty good music.
Yeah, well, we think
'Cause
so.
they were happy to hear from us again.
Cool.
That's
All
a
right.
nice thing to know. Anyway,
So
that's what's go. Oh, and then March, we're playing the Couth in March.
playing
March
the Couth,
8th,
yes.
isn't it? Yeah, March 8th.
March 8th.
Friday, March 8th.
Yes.
At the Couth Bazaar.
Right, and then, of course, St. Patrick's Day.
Da 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 da.
I gotta close
We are returning by popular demand, at least by demand of the
By the demand of the
proprietors, to the Conway Muse.
Yes.
So start saving your shekels. Come on up.
Yep.
The Conway Muse is one of the most amazing venues. It is the most amazing venue I've ever played, I'll have to say.
It's really cool.
It's just the coolest thing on the planet. So if you can make it up there, or if you have to like book a motel room up that way, come on up. It'll be a wonderful party. They do a good job on the ritual meal.
Yeah.
And they have a well-stocked bar, and we will be performing in the hayloft of an old barn.
Yeah, very
which
cool.
is just amazing.
Yeah. So Conway Muse is just a little south of Mount Vernon. It's the exit before the Mount Vernon exit.
The very first exit in Skagit County.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically.
Yeah, when you come down the hill from there. Okay. All right. Well, now we've said all that stuff. It's time for you to play us out.
Alrighty. Well, if we could take half a minute and just let people know you're Seattle fans. We'll be in West Seattle at the CMP Coffee Shop in March. Oh, I just had it. This is bad. Yeah, we're all the same age, aren't we? April 5th, the Friday night, April 5th. But I suppose the easier thing to do is just say, Google Hank and Claire, and up will come our website, our Facebook page, and then of course we're on, if you ask for us on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, all of those, you can hear us for practically free. Yeah. But we won't get into that, will we?
No, we will not get into that.
Let's not go there. So we're going to do a mountain song that we learned when we went back to West Virginia. Right. The first summer that Hank and I knew each other, he invited me to go back for a week back east, and he was kind of shocked that I actually said I would. And we went back to the Elkins Davis College, where they had the Augusta, what is it called?
Yeah.
Augusta Folk Festival?
Yeah.
Anyway,
No.
something like that. And had just a wonderful week. And we learned this, we took a class on knee-to-knee singing, the mountain style where you pass songs on to your siblings by sitting knee-to-knee. And this is the way Jean Ritchie learned a lot of her songs. And so we learned this one called, this is The Other Side of Love. You've done a couple of funky love songs. This is the I've Had Enough of You love song. Okay. It's called Adieu, False Heart.
Adieu, false heart, now we must part. May the joys of the world go with you. I love you long with a faithful heart, but never anymore can I believe you. I seen a time I'd have married you and been your constant lover, but now I gladly give you up for one whose heart is truer. You think you are too good for me. You think I am forsaken. But if you think I care for you, you are very much mistaken. My mind is like the constant sun. From the east to the west it ranges, but yours is like unto the moon. It's every month it changes. When I lay down to take my rest, no scornful one to wake me, I'll go straightway unto my grave, just as fast as time can take me. Adieu, false heart, now we must part. May the joys of the world go with you. I loved you long with a faithful heart, but never anymore can I believe you. Well, and who was our teacher back there?
Oh, that was very, very nice.
So we're going to take us all out here on it with a you capo 2 on that one, right? With a song that started in a prison in British Columbia. Two guys named, and this is a great sing-along, so everybody joins in on the chorus. Two guys named, true story, Luigi Del Pupo and
Tino
Tino
Chumlovich.
Chumlovich, and they were in prison up in British Columbia, and they wrote this song about all the women that they had loved, a little bit like that Julio Iglesias, Willie Nelson song. And Helen and Phil Thomas, the folk song collectors, came to the prison, heard it, asked if they could pass it around, got permission. They performed it in 1974 at the Spokane Expo. And Utah Phillips happened to be in the audience, heard it, said, this is great. But Utah Phillips cleaned it up to make it about just one woman. So it's about a hobo who's thinking about the woman that he's left. And Utah was out on tour with Priscilla Herdman. And she said, I'm kind of sick of hearing all about this hobo. I'm going to write some verses from the woman's perspective. So she did. And they performed that together. We got it, and it was 6 verses. We said, that's longer than the intro. And it's just not going to work for our demographic. So Hank took the editor's pen to it and turned it into 3. And it's truly a partner song, and that we love partner songs. So here we go. I remember loving you. Join in the chorus, please.
1, 2, 3.
And postcards from the places where you've been.
Railroad yards and the prison guards, dusty little towns along the stem.
All the whispering of the people in my town,
watching every move that I go through.
I remember all these things, but mostly
I remember loving you. I remember loving you.
Back when the world was new.
Back when the world was new.
And I think you loved me too.
And I think you loved me too.
I remember loving you.
I remember loving you.
Skin smell I knew so well when you held me in your arms all in the rain.
The flashing light that cut the night, those railroad bulls that pulled me off the train.
All the times we shared, you said you cared, you'd come again the next time you were through.
I remember all these things, but mostly I remember loving you.
Here we go.
I remember loving you.
Back when
the world was new.
And I
think you love me too. I remember loving you. The winter streets where the frozen sleet comes soaking through through the cardboard in my shoes.
And you're out somewhere in a jungle camp or a boxcar where you're freezing till you're blue.
The swinging doors and the mission floors that tell me I've got nothing left to lose.
Well,
I remember all these things, but mostly I remember loving you.
Last time.
I remember loving you. Back when the world was new. And I think you loved me too. I remember loving you. I remember loving you. Back when the world was new. And I think you love me too. I remember loving you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Doing one of my favorite songs.
Oh, cool. Wonderful.
Lovely.
Well, we want to thank the two of you for inviting us to be part of this. It was it was wonderful. Thank you. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
And thank you both. That was an absolutely wonderful, wonderful show. Absolutely gorgeous.
Yep.
Perfect. I'm just sitting here just...
We were entertained.
We were very well entertained.
Definitely.
Here's a toast to many more.
Hey, many more fortnights of doom.
Yes,
I don't know.
yes. And the usual toast. This is to the folks who put up with us by watching us and listening to us on the internet.
Yep.
Thank you very much for coming by, and we really appreciate you. Here's to you. Long life.
To everyone, long
and
life.
lots of love.
Absolutely. All right. Take care. I am now going to take us off of live. So those of you who would like to, we'll see you on. We'll
See you soon.
See you soon.